some future sum. Okay? These are future expenditure or income, okay, or cash flow. Okay, so this is your future value, right? Some cash flow, either you have income or expenditure. So it's like what you would expect in cash flow in these years. And so for that, you calculated that, okay, this is your present value, okay, or also called NPV, net present value. Okay. So now let me give you this equation, and which you know that present value is basically some future value multiplied by 1 over 1 plus IE, right? IE to the power some term t, okay? So this is your present value, right? And F is some future value, okay? And T is for that term, okay? So that is how you calculate. So this is so simple, okay? Now, this term typically, this one, is referred to as P by a factor, that is present worth factor, okay? So that P by V is typically it's referred to as present worth factor. Or basically that is what? P by V is 1 over 1 plus IE to the power. That is what you have, okay? So P by V, that is present worth factor. Okay. Now, so we used this equation for some of these simple calculations that you did. Now, very similar thing that we do in what you call future value of present sum. Okay, so you can do this future value of present sum. So what's that going to be? It's some future value, present value, plus 1. Simple equation, isn't it? Okay, very simple. Now, this term is referred to as single payment compound amount factor. Okay, single payment compound amount factor. Here you have FIP. So that is now. Why I'm talking about this factor? Because in earlier days, nowadays, see, you have Excel and you have computation and all these things you can do quickly. But what people used to have is this kind of table, okay, by the interest table. Okay? And basically, with some interest rate and some time factor, okay, they used to have this table, okay, that is called by the interest tables, and from there they just used to pick those numbers and do this multiplication. okay, whether F by P or P by F table. Okay. So now, let's say if you are again doing something in terms of cash flow, okay, and you can do this FV, future value, is let's say PV, let's say in the first term, okay, 1 plus I e to the power t minus 1, okay, the total term minus 1 plus PV2 1 plus IE to the power e minus 2. So for this, for then, total term, future, the total number of terms, okay, total. Okay? And so if you are doing this for n number of periods, so you can do this with PV 1 plus IE t minus n. Okay. So let's do one example. And here I am saying that calculate the equivalent future value of rupees 3150.85 invested today at 8% interest rate for a period of 6 years. Okay. Did you get that question? So quickly calculate it, and okay, so you already have given me one answer, that is rupees 5,000. Is it the answer for everyone? Oh, okay, so everybody is getting this rupees 5,000. So I guess that's the right answer, huh? So now, basically, just try to have a thought process clear. Though you can do that mathematically quickly, but it's very important that you understand this. So here is your 0 time, okay? And so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so that's the number of here. And what you are doing is, here you are saying that 3150.85 that you are investing today, that means 0 time. And so what you are saying is that at the end of 6 years, okay, at 8%, what you are going to get is 5,000, right? This is exactly what you meant. Okay, that by the end of 5 years, this is what. Okay, so not very difficult. Okay, and basically is the same thing of like what we did that before. Is like if 5,000, if you were to spend sometime in future, not sometime, 6 years from now, that 5,000 rupees, what it's worth today, considering 8% interest rate. Okay, so that is what it is. So its worth today is 3150.85, and and if you have 8% interest rate, so after 6 years, it's going to be 5,000. Okay. Now, so if you were to do this same, kind of thing for the earlier example that we had was, what did we have? Just hold on. Okay. So, so what we were doing is, you remember we were saying that, if we were to spend rupees, let's say, rupees 2,000 at the end of first year, and then you have 2,200, 1, 2, 3, 1900. This is what the landowner was getting, right? And 42500, and at the end of 5 years, you have was 1500. So, what is the future sum of all these at the end of 5 years? Okay. So, the royalty payment. Do you remember this land royalty payment that and the landowner was being given? Okay. So, what is the future value? बताओ. Yeah, at the end of this one, yeah. So देखो गलत हुआ ना. See, you gave me this number. You gave me number 12861.1847. I said here at the end of 5th year, but it's going to be future value. गलत हो गया अभी. See, this is where, see, mathematics is not that difficult. Okay, these computations are not that hard. It's about understanding the problem is. Okay. So one person gave me this number 1908. 1198. Is everybody getting the same number or still? Okay. So looks like everybody is getting this number 11908.4.5. Huh? Okay. So basically, how did you do that? So this is what let's try to understand this. So basically, for the first year, for the 5th year, okay, here whatever you had is 1500, right? And for the 4th year, this is coming out to be 2700. For 3rd year, this one is coming out to be 216.16. For this one, to be 2714. For this one, 2710. And so then you sum them up, and what you get is 11908. So this is the kind of thing that you have to, bring this in your thought process. Okay, how you are going to write these things. Okay. Always so many activities, and when you are sitting in your office teaching this, so every time your phone rings. Huh? But anyhow, kind of flow breaks. But let's continue. Okay. So. Or this one, you can actually do the same thing from the previous example. Let me go back. And here, what we had is present value. We were getting at 8104.72. So you can bring this to future sum as you know. Uh, so you basically what you do here is uh, you can do the same thing 8104.72, and then you can take it to the end of this fifth year by simply doing this, right? Okay, and if you do that, you are going to get 119, right? Working. Okay. So basically, this is exactly what you need to be thinking about. Which particular cash flow is going where. Okay. तो ये दो चीज है ना, ये किस टर्म में कैसे हो रहा है, ये बहुत ही आपको ध्यान देना पड़ेगा. Okay. And what is today and what is end date. Okay. So okay. Is this clear, or still you need some more clarification on this? समझ में आया सबको? Clear? Okay. So okay. So now there is another thing, what is called annuity. Okay. Annuity. ये annuity जो है, ये क्या होता है कि it's kind of a series of equal periodic payments, okay, or disbursement, whichever way you look at, okay, at regular interval, okay, normally at the end of a period, okay. over a period of time while the interest is compounded at certain rate, that is called annuity. Okay, ये रेगुलर पेमेंट टिपिकली जो है, जैसे कि आई गेस इवन your educational loan, probably it's also it's annuity. Okay, और EMI वगैरह हम लोग बोलते हैं ना, so that is also called annuity. होम मॉर्गेज पेमेंट्स होते हैं, ऑटोमोबाइल के लोन्स होते हैं, इंश्योरेंस प्रीमियम्स, some payment into pension funds, other installment loans. So they typically are called annuity. तो इसको जो है थोड़ा सा लोग एक फॉर्मुलेशन कर लेंगे, but those are not a very difficult thing. But let's say one example. Let's put it here. An oil company has to pay. तो इसको थोड़ा सा एग्जाम्पल के थ्रू समझो. हाँ, an oil company has to pay rupees 10,000 per year, okay, starting 1 year from today. Starting 1 year from today, on a loan obtained for 5 years. Okay, so 5 years के लिए लोन लिया है और उसको जो है 10,000 रुपीज जो है वो देना है at an effective interest rate, effective interest rate of 8%. 8% ही लेकर चल रहे हैं. So calculate the equivalent present value equivalent present value of these 5 yearly payments. So payment जो है, payment includes what? It includes both principal and interest. Okay? ठीक है, तो 10,000 कुछ लोन लिया, ठीक है, और उसको जो है 10,000 रुपीज पर ईयर देना है, स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम 1 year from today. Okay, at the end of 1 year he gives 10,000 rupees. At the end of second year he gives another 10,000. At the end of third year he gives 10,000. At the end of fourth year he gives 10,000, and at the end of fifth year he gives 10,000. ठीक है, तो हमें ये बताना है कि उसका जो है वो प्रेजेंट वैल्यू क्या है, उसका प्रेजेंट वैल्यू क्या है. तो बताओ जल्दी से. Okay, so two of you have got 39927.1. Anybody else? 39921. I check 212820. Okay, so everybody is getting kind of this number. Okay. Now, so basically, what you were thinking about is this, right? This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. And so here you have 10,000. Here again 10,000. Okay. That is what. And then you are calculating what's present value of 10,000. Here is probably you got 9959. No, sorry. 9259. Got this 8573. Got this 7938. And you got this 0. And this one you got 6806. And then you summed it up. So you 39926. So, or 927. So whatever these numbers you got. But it seems like everybody got some fixed number, 39927.1. So seems like everybody used some formulation. And this formulation actually, for annuity value, you can do this. AV 1 plus IE to the power T minus 1 divided by IE 1 plus IE. Okay, because it's a series. Okay, so it's not a big deal to figure out how to simplify this equation from annuity value. Okay, so if you have some annuity value here for a given term and for a given effective interest rate, you can do this computation easily. Huh? And so that is what you got, 39927.1. Okay. Yeah, that's geometric progression. Okay. So this is a series that you can always build. Okay. So not a big deal because you know about these things. What I'm trying to tell you is you need to keep thinking in terms, as I said before, these are not very big on formulations. The big thing is about understanding about the money, time factor. Okay, and that you have to think about. Okay, as far as equations are there, it's not a big deal. And so similarly, there is a now let me ask you this. An oil producer acquired some production equipment by paying rupees 10,000 as down payment. So rupees 10,000 as down payment. Okay. and agreed to pay the balance in 4-year end installments of rupees 10,000. Okay, इसके लिए agree किया rupees 10,000 installment for 4 years. Okay. With an interest rate, it's a kind of 8%. Find its present value. Find its present value from this one. बताओ जल्दी से. एक ने आंसर लिखा है 43121.26. तो इसमें क्या है कि उसने जो है एक इक्विपमेंट लिया, फॉर दैट डाउन पेमेंट था 10,000 और उसके बाद जो है 4 इंस्टॉलमेंट और दिया. ठीक है, तो सबको लगता है कि ये आंसर आ रहा है. ओके, 4312. सो डाउन पेमेंट मतलब क्या हुआ कि उसी समय जो है उसने पेमेंट कर दिया 10,000. जो इक्विपमेंट लिया ना, तो उस समय उसने दे दिया 10,000 रुपीज, और उसके बाद एट द एंड ऑफ फर्स्ट ईयर another 10,000 rupees, at the end of second year another 10,000 rupees, at the end of third year another 10,000 rupees, and at the end of fourth year he gives another 10,000 rupees. So total 5 installments में जो है उसने पेमेंट कर दिया, जिसमें कि एक इंस्टॉलमेंट डाउन पेमेंट था और 4 पेमेंट जो है at end of every year. Okay, so that is how you got this number. Okay. सबको समझ में आ रहा है ये? Now similarly you can do this computation. Another this thing is what is called future value. Future value of annuity. तो फ्यूचर वैल्यू उसका कैसे निकालना, ठीक है? So again, it's not a big deal. You have another, you can either do that cash flow diagram or simply जो है future value is some annuity value, and वो geometric progression है कि harmonic progression है कि इस तरह का progression है, देख लेना. But this is going to be something like this. Yeah. E minus 1 divided by E. Okay? तो ये तुम्हारा फॉर्मुलेशन हो जाएगा, ठीक है? And then also when people start talking about deferred annuity, okay, so these are different terms that are used. Deferred annuity. Deferred annuity मतलब ये हुआ कि कुछ साल के लिए जो है वो डेफर कर दिया, फिर जो है उसने पेमेंट करना शुरू किया, ठीक है? तो अभी देखो जैसे कि जो whatever pandemic situation we have had here, so what happened, many installments have been deferred. Okay, so deferred annuity. Okay, बहुत लोगों के पास पैसा नहीं है किसी वजह से, तो डेफर किया गया है. बट ऑफ कोर्स द गवर्नमेंट इज और द lender is going to adjust it somewhere or the other. तो deferred annuity का concept जो है ये होता है कि you defer it by, let's say you take a loan by, or maybe, yeah, deferred annuity probably is more appropriate for educational loan, right? ये एजुकेशनल लोन अभी ले लिया और फिर कहा कि हम 4 साल के बाद जब ग्रेजुएट हो जाएंगे और हमें जब जॉब मिल जाएगी, देन आई विल स्टार्ट पेइंग दैट लोन at this, at this installment, at this annuity. तो वो deferred annuity है कि नहीं? I think that is probably the best example. जिसमें कि तुम्हारा annuity को जो है is postponed by a period of time. Okay? And so accordingly you can utilize these simple formulations that we already discussed. And so another example that let's look at this. Suppose you borrow 20,000 rupees from bank. The bank से जो है borrow किया at an interest rate of 8%. And the promise is that the loan will be paid off through a series of 5 equal year end installments. Okay, so तुमने जो है 5 year end installments जो है तुमने कहा कि ठीक है मैं दे दूंगा 5 year equal amount. ठीक है, 5 year end installments. ठीक है. Now what will be the yearly installments? निकालो. And of course the first payment is due 1 year from the day money is borrowed. ठीक है. आज तुमने जो है 20,000 रुपए ले लिए और नेक्स्ट ईयर के एंड से जो है यू स्टार्ट पेइंग दैट ऑन इंस्टॉलमेंट्स. तो पांच इंस्टॉलमेंट में तुम खत्म करना चाहते हो. नाउ टेल मी कि तुमको जो है ईयरली कितना देना पड़ेगा. तो जो है एक ने आंसर दिया 5011 per year. Okay, at the end of first year. So एक ने दिया 5877. दो लोगों ने दिया, एक ने और दिया. दो लोगों ने ये बताया मुझे. तीसरे ने एक और नंबर आ गया 5009. ये एक ने दिया, ये दो लोगों ने, ये 1 2 3 और देखते हैं कितने लोग कितना देना चाहते हैं. एक ने 58 एक और 5877 पे आ गया है, एक और हो गया, एक दो दो लोग और हुआ, चार लोग हो गया। तो ये लग रहा है कि 5011 ये जिसने किया है प्रॉब्ली 5010 वो करीब करीब लग रहा है कि सॉरी, ये दोनों लग रहा है कि एक ही ग्रुप है लग रहा है, और ये लग रहा है कि एक ग्रुप है। हाँ, इसमें एक और आ गया, एक और आया। तो लग रहा है पूरा क्लास जो है दो ग्रुप में बट गया है। एक देना चाहता है 5877 और दूसरा देना चाहता है 5010। देना चाहता है 5010, दूसरा देना चाहता है 5। तो क्लास जो है दो डिवाइड हो गया। जल्दी से बताओ सब लोग। अच्छा, एक जो दिया उसने उसमें एस्ट्रिक भी लगा दिया, पता नहीं वो कितना पैसा देगा उसको। 5009 रुपीज करके उसके बाद 6428 और पता नहीं कितना कितना पैसा देगा। माय गॉड, कैसे पैसा दोगे 6428 पैसे? हाँ? चेक दोगे 6428 का? एक एक चेक देगा 5009.6428 का चेक दे दिया, लो ले जाओ, है ना? ऐसे चेक दोगे? हाँ है। अच्छा, लिखा है कि पहला गलत आंसर, तो क्या इसको हटा करके चेक दोगे 6428 का? हाँ हाँ, लड़का है सब। 4 डेसिमल प्लेसेस में जो है वो चेक देगा। ठीक है, तो जो है इफ यू हैव गॉट 4011 तो ये सही आंसर है। ओके, और ये जो 5877 वाला है ये तुम्हारा ये रॉन्ग आंसर है, ये सही है। ठीक है, कुछ पैसे इधर उधर ठीक है, लेकिन जो है ये नंबर सही है। हाँ, समझ में आया कैसे किया? तो अगर फॉर्मुलेशन करोगे पता नहीं कौन सा प्रोग्रेशन लगाओगे, लेकिन अगर फॉर्मूला लगाओगे तो जो है प्रेजेंट वैल्यू आई ई 1 + आई ई और ई डिवाइड बाय 1 + आई ई। ठीक है, तो इससे जो है यू कैन डू। ओके, ठीक है, सबको समझ में आ रहा है? सो So now let's say a piece of equipment is acquired at for 50,000 rupees. ठीक है, a piece of equipment is acquired for 50,000 rupees. Okay? And the anticipated useful economic life, okay, इसका जो है economic life जो है is 10 years. Okay, लगता है कि 10 साल चलेगा, उसके बाद ये जो है So calculate the equivalent annual cost of the equipment at 8% इफेक्टिव इंटरेस्ट रेट. ये एक तरह से समझ लो कि अगर रेंटिंग भी करना होता है कि अगर 50,000 का इक्विपमेंट है, अगर हम उसको रेंट पे लेना चाह रहे हैं तो कितना पैसा दें उसको ईयरली. हाँ, तो ये दैट विल गिव यू सम क्लू अबाउट the money that you should be paying for this, isn't it? कितना होगा? Okay, so you got 7,451.5. ठीक है, तो ये जो है 10 साल तक जो है उसको पे कर देना. तो जो है उसका इक्विपमेंट का जो इकोनॉमिक लाइफ है उस समय तक वैल्यू उसका यूज कर लिया. कुछ इसी तरह से जो है ये इसलिए बता रहे हैं कि इसी तरह से जो लोन को अमोर्टाइज करना होता है या किसी इक्विपमेंट को जो है उसका इकोनॉमिक लाइफ के बाद जो है उसको हमें राइट ऑफ करना होता है. ऑल दिस थिंग्स, ओके, दैट need to take into account these kind of calculations. Simple computations. The only thing is you have to put your time of frame ये जो है ना उसमें लाना होता है. Otherwise जो है ना मुश्किल हो जाता है. Computation is not that difficult. Everybody can do these things. The only thing is putting these things in the right perspective जो है वो बहुत जरूरी होता है. तो ये तो तुम एक्सेल में भी बना सकते हो एंड एक्सेल का एक जो हम लोग करेंगे नेक्स्ट क्लास में करेंगे. अच्छा, नेक्स्ट क्लास से बात हमें ध्यान में आई. See, on Thursday I won't take class क्योंकि I will be away on Thursday, and so that class I want to compensate somewhere, either before or after. Before करने के लिए तो लग रहा है कि कल जो है tomorrow, because tomorrow is a holiday, but still I can take that class instead of Thursday. तो अगर कल मैं ले लेता हूँ थर्सडे को नहीं, थर्सडे को तो ऐसे भी नहीं लूंगा, बट थर्सडे के क्लास को जो है I have to compensate it somewhere. Either I do it tomorrow or I do it on Saturday. कौन सा तुम प्रेफर करोगे? To me, what looks to me is if I do it tomorrow, hey, Friday after lunch is difficult for me because I have so much of things to do. To me, what looks like is tomorrow is better because you don't have many classes. Just मेरा एक class कर लो और you will be done. So I think tomorrow will be better, isn't it? तो कल जो है करीब करीब 2 बजे तक तो मैं बिजी हूँ because there are so many meetings tomorrow. So we'll do that at 3 tomorrow. Is that all right? Tomorrow at 3. क्योंकि कल सुबह से लेकर मैं 2 बजे तक बिजी हूँ. Alright, so कल का क्लास फिक्स 3. Okay, थर्सडे को नहीं होगा. Okay, Thursday I will be away. Okay, so this is what we talked about. Now let's look at another example. Okay, डेफर्ड एन्युटी का तुम लोग एक खुद से एक मैं दे देता हूँ एग्जांपल, हो सकता है कि यू कैन think about that and probably do it. Don't have to do it right now, but let's, or maybe if you can do it, this is fine. So let's see, on January 2021, rupees 2000, दूसरा एग्जाम्पल होगा, ठीक है, 20,000 is deposited in a bank which is paying 8% interest rate. Okay, per year. The money stays in the account for 3 years. 3 years तक जो है 3 years जो है वो इसी तरह से है मनी वहां पर बैंक में, ठीक है. And starting at the end of 4th year, ठीक है, the money will be drawn. तब जो है 3 साल, चौथे साल के अंत से you are now withdrawing that money at 5 equal year end installments. So 5 equal year end installments. ठीक है. How much money should be withdrawn each year in order to have 5 equal? Okay. तो ये कितना जो है year withdrawal होना चाहिए, ठीक है. तो let me frame this one. So here is 0. यहाँ पर तुमने 20,000 रुपये जमा कर दिया, and then 3 years तक 1 2 3 1 2 3 तुमने कुछ भी नहीं किया, लेकिन चौथे साल में जो है, चौथे साल के एंड पे तुमने पैसा निकाला, 5वें साल के एंड पर भी, छठे, 7वें पर भी जो है, एंड कितना 5 इक्वल इंस्टॉलमेंट्स हो गया, 5 इंस्टॉलमेंट्स हो गया. ओके, एंड दीज आर ऑल इक्वल. ये जो है इक्वल इंस्टॉलमेंट्स है. अगर रुपीज ए निकालते हो तो ये भी ए है, ठीक है. तो यहां से जो है तुमने निकालना शुरू किया, ठीक है. ये डिफर किया हुआ है, यहां से यहां तक तुमने डिफर कर दिया, डिफर. तो यहां पर तो ये ए जो है, ए का वैल्यू क्या होगा, ठीक है. इंटरेस्ट रेट तुम्हारा जो है 8% है, ठीक है. ये जो इंटरेस्ट रेट है वो 8%. इट्स ऑलरेडी 4. अगर कर लियो तो आंसर बता दो क्विकली. Okay, so here is one person says 6310.06. Okay, so probably 6310. ठीक है, okay, ठीक है. So we'll again meet tomorrow at 3 and we'll continue. चलो, bye.